Hi Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your angel spirit message reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Some of the cards stick to my fingers or just kind of pop out of the deck. That's where Spirit wants me to stop. So here we have the Wheel of Fortune, which I love, and we have the Devil, Capricorn energy coming through. The Wheel of Fortune is showing us that there's a change, and also that our angels, our spirit guides, are untangling a lot of the messes that we get ourselves in just from living. So this is really quite beautiful. Capricorn energy coming in, the Devil energy coming in. There's something that we're stuck to. There's something that, is an addiction or a fear or something that is coming up during this time where our angels are like, trust me, I'm getting you out of this mess, but you have to trust me. You have to put your hand in my hand. And that's going to be it's going to be hard for us, but it's also going to be a very powerful release for us as we move forward. So let's look here at our energy to be mindful of. This is the Prince of Swords. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is being very mindful of an energy that rushes us, an energy that is determined and focused, and it doesn't see anybody's point of view. This is also a very angry person, so be aware of this. They're a bully. They're just going to try and hurt us one way, out of fear, out of anger, out of chaos. So just be very, very mindful of that during this time, Capricorn. So, oh goodness, Capricorn, this is you. This is why I kept on saying Capricorn. I was like, wow, why is it coming through so strongly? And it just flew right out of my head that there's something here that's untangling. That's why Spirit's saying, put your hand in mine, Capricorn. I'm right here with you. I'm right here with you. And that's going to be so important. Your angels, your spirit guides, they're right here with you, Capricorn. We have inspiration, which is the sacral chakra, and this is a new dawn coming in. There's a sense of us looking at a lot of the old hurts, the old pains, the old disappointments that we have been through, and we're not being held back the same way. So there's a freedom that is coming during this time, which is really important for us and to us. And it's like, oh, this is my new dawn. Like, this is where I need to be. Like, this is what I want. This is what I desire. And there's a smile that comes to us, Capricorn, during this time. So let's see here. So we have the Ace of Wands and we have the Four of Cups. The Ace of Wands is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing us a gift, a passion of creativity. There's a real go-getter attitude to us during this time. So embrace it, enjoy it, be empowered by it. And then we have the Four of Cups. We're so focused looking in one direction. And this is where we're being kind of chained up, held up during this time. It's kind of like we're looking over here and we're so frustrated that we're not turning around and seeing that there's a beautiful path that our angels are guiding us to, that our spirits are saying, come with us, walk this way. This road is so much easier. So just be mindful that we're kind of in our own head at this point, and the gift that are coming in, we're not seeing. So we're going to have to step back and just like a big inhale, exhale, looking at things differently. But it's going to be difficult, Capricorn, because we're going to get caught up in something, in some sort of pettiness, in some sort of chaos that comes forward. So just be mindful of this. Ooh. Okay. So we have transformation, which is Scorpio energy. We have the Six of Earth, which is the Six of Pentacles. And we have the Messenger of Water, which is the Knight of Cups. There is such a sense of balance coming back into things during this time. Something has been very out of balance for us. We might even feel ourselves like just something is off, something is out of balance, something is overly intense, so just being aware of that during this time. And we see ourselves transforming. We see ourselves stepping out of a shadow, stepping out of a darkness, and we feel it. We don't really see it. Spirit's saying, no, you feel it. And it's going to be, ooh, I just got a shiver. And it can be, ooh, it's going to be something like that. It's like a shiver that goes down your spine, or something that kind of like a tension that's released from your shoulders, but you can feel it. It's in your shoulders. It can go down your spine, but it mainly stays in the shoulders. Just be mindful of this transformation, and you're going to feel it in the release of something, and a release of tension from your shoulders. But it's almost like your angels are placing their wings over your shoulders, like over you, protecting you. That's the energy that I'm getting right here. Then we have the Messenger of Earth. There is going to be the Messenger of Water. There's going to be a person who gives us this message. It's going to be that something comes forward, and it's going to be so small. It's like this little, seahorse, right? It's going to be so small. It's going to be something that we hadn't really thought of looking at, and yet we're going to be like, oh, why didn't I see that? Like, why didn't I look at that? And it's going to really inspire us. It's going to really move us forward. So just really connecting with that energy. And there's just a sense of, we're almost afraid to move forward with our heart, Capricorn. We're going to think, oh no, that's foolish, that's silly, that's not going to set me up the right way. And yet during this time, it's like, no, listen to that heart. Listen to that gift that's coming in. We have the Page of Cups and the Two of Swords. So again, this inspiration comes forward, this sense of like, oh, wow, I didn't expect, to see you here type of thing. And it opens up a door. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if like you stepped into a cafe or something like that, something where you go and get a drink, a bar, a cafe, and you run into somebody, you're like, oh my God, I didn't expect to see you here. That's the type of energy that's around it. And we start to talk to them, or they say something and we start to look at something differently, and it opens up a door, and it's like, wow, that's so weird. Or we get a phone call, and we could be, having a cup of tea or something like that. And it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't expect to hear from you type of thing. There's some sort of message that comes around while we're drinking, which sounds weird, but is definitely going to be important for us during this time. And then it moves us to understanding that, like, oh my gosh, the two roads that I thought I had to walk, there's so many more options here. And that's going to be surprising to us. So it's like, oh, wow, I can do this. Like, I can walk forward this way. I can, expand this. So that's going to be something that's important for us. And it really does open up a new creative outlet, and it really transforms where we thought we would be headed and puts things more into balance financially, or what we value as much as money. The energy we have to be mindful of, King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, we have to be mindful of ourselves, getting in our own way and saying, oh no, but it has to, yield this much of a result. It has to be this practical. It has to be like this or like that. And Spirit's saying here, like, no, open the door. And even with certain people, they're going to be like, well, what practicality does this have? And it doesn't necessarily have to have it. It just has to open the door, and that's what Spirit keeps on saying. And so that phrase, open the door, that's going to mean something for someone. Okay. And I know it's a very common phrase, but it is going to mean something for someone who is listening. And then we have personal power. This is the solar plexus chakra. This is trusting our gut. This is trusting our instincts. This is looking at ourselves and saying, oh, I see it. Like, oh, I understand it. Oh, I get it. Like, there's a power to us. There's a determination to us. We're going to be really hard on ourselves during this time, okay? So Capricorn, being aware of that is going to be very important, that we're going to sit there and think, oh no, this is just frivolity. Like I'm just, throwing things away, and Spirit saying, no, 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 no. This is important. This is important, and focus here. So it brings us then to the moon. We're facing a lot of fears. This is Pisces energy. We're facing a lot of fears. We're looking at things in a different way. There's a different light cast on it, and we're going to see different phases of ourselves kind of moving forward. The moon has different phases, and we're going to see that there are different steps to us as we are embracing what we want. And we're facing a lot of fears, a lot of doubts, a lot of things that have held us back in the past. It's not going to be holding us back the same way. It moves us then to the Queen of Swords, cutting through doubts, fears, negativity, really seeing what it is that we want, really seeing what it is that we desire. There's a bluntness to our words, okay, with our, absolute earth sign practicality can put some people off, but there's also this sense that somebody who is just very plain spoken, and we find their wit to be really enchanting, is going to help us move forward. And this is a person who knows what they're doing. This is a person who has been forged, who has been constructed, like who has, been through the middle of things and has come out the other end stronger and better because of it. And so this is a woman who is, and I see her as a woman, okay, but this is somebody, like, their eyes are beautiful. And I don't mean like they have beautiful blue eyes or green eyes or brown eyes or whatever, but I mean like when you're talking to this person, you might not think anything of them when you first start to talk to them. But the compassion that they hold within the eyes and the way that their eyes sparkle, like that's going to be something that is like all of a sudden they become beautiful. They become enchanting. So just be aware of that. And that might be for one very specific person because it's a very specific thing. But it's going to be you meet somebody, and it can even be, oh, okay, so Spirit is clarifying just a bit more. So when I was young, I went to the grocery store, and I was getting a coffee or something like that while I was there, and there was a lady in front of me, and she was an older lady, right, white hair, and she turned around and she had the most beautiful blue eyes I had ever seen, and she was so nice. And that was when I was a teenager, right? And I still remember it to this day. Like what she said was so nice and it made me feel so calm. So it's going to be something like that. And it can be that you talk to this person longer, but it can be just a quick encounter. But there's something about them that pulls you right into the present, right into the here and now, and makes the world calmer. So just be aware. Then we have the Three of Earth, the Three of Pentacles, a balancing, a coming together, a deeper understanding. There is a sense of, okay, this is what I've been working for. Okay, this is what I want. And this is what I need. And there's also a sense of honoring the stages of ourselves, but also honoring the people who have helped us along the way to see us, to, engage with us, to understand us. And as we're embracing this, we then have the Four of Cups. Again, there's a gift coming that we're not going to be seeing coming. And when it comes, it can knock us off our game, or we can think like, oh my gosh, is this really the way that I want to move forward? Just be aware that it's going to be something that our angels are handing us that just seems so out of place. But it's going to make us turn. It's going to make us look in a different direction, which is what this angel message is all about. It's like, okay, you've been looking over here for so long. Now it's time to open up the door. All right, Capricorn. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and intensity of this time and of the messages coming our way. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Capricorn.